Hello children, once again. Here we'll continue with our chapter 10 part 2. We have done wheat and paddy, that is rice, and now we'll see jowar. Jowar is the most produced grain in India after paddy and wheat. This crop is grown very widely in a dry and less rainy region of southern peninsula. Jowar is both kharif and rabi crop. Temperature between 25 to 30 degree, 50 of rainfall, black and loamy soil are favorable for this. It is produced in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat. And maximum farming of jowar is being done in Gujarat, places Surat and Tapi. Next comes millet. It is considered to be the grain of laborers. It is grown in the regions having temperature between 25 degree to 30, rainfall only 40 to 50 centimeter in a light sandy soil. Major states producing millet are Rajasthan, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, and Banaskantha in Gujarat. Maize. It's a kharif crop. See, if you see the answer 3.1 is marked in this paragraph. Maize is most grown crop in the world after paddy and wheat. Maize is grown mostly in the hilly areas. It's a staple food of the people there. And it contains starch, oil, protein, biofuel, etc. So it is mostly used in the industrial productions also. Slopy, black, hard, rocky and water having gentle flow are more suitable for the cultivation of maize. Rainfall requires 50 to 100 centimeter and the temperature 21 to 27 Celsius, which is said to be a favorable factor. Its usage is increasing as animal fodder, dhani and the oil. It is increasingly used as animal fodder, making popcorns and for edible oil. And I know definitely children like to eat popcorn, even me. Major states producing maize are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat, which are the regions Panchmahal, Dahod, Sabarkantha and Aravalli districts. Next comes pulses. Pulses is a main source of protein for the vegetarian people. Tuvar, moong, gram, peas, beans, mut, urad, these are considered as pulses. Pulses यानी सब प्रकार की दालें. These tuvar, urad, moong, mut are kharif crops. Gram, peas and lentil, they are said to be rabi crops. Then pulses are grown in the states except where rainfall is more. So they are Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Orissa, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh. In Gujarat, tuvar is sown more in Vadodara district. Moong and mut is in Kutch district and urad in Patan. Nitrogen is reinstated in soil by growing pulses. Nitrogen is reinstated in soil by growing pulses. So it is sown as an intercrop along with the other main food crops. The other main food crops where they are growing, they are second crop they grow pulses, so that it will reinstated soil can be done through growing pulses, that is nitrogen is reinstated. Next point is oil seeds. In between is given about nagli. Nagli is also called as ragi. This is also a food crop sown in Gujarat. It's a staple food of Adivasis. And these are the places where they are grown. You have to go through it. Nowadays, the Adivasi farmers, they eat the rotla from it, that is of nagli flour. Besides this, biscuits, chocolates, toast, naan khatai, wafers, papri is also being prepared. People have come to know about the nutritious value of this grass food crop. So now it has come into the market with all these other products. Next comes oil seeds. This is 1.5 answer. Groundnut, til, soya custard, then mustard, sunflower, they are all oil seeds. Edible oil, after the edible oil is been extracted from this oil seeds, these oil cakes are used as animal fodder and also as a biotic manure. Next comes groundnut. It is having a very important position in oil seeds. Black, vital and mixture of loamy and sandy soil land where which retain which would not retain water 20 degree to 25 degree Celsius temperature, and rainfall is 50 to 70, is a favorable condition. Groundnut is sown as a kharif crop and where the irrigation facility is available, and generally it is sown in summer season. These are the places: Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, where the major producers of, they are said to be the major producers of groundnut. India is ranking second after China in the world. Gujarat leads. See, India is second and Gujarat is leading. Junagadh, Gir, Somnath, Amreli, Rajkot, Bhavnagar. These are the places where groundnuts are grown. Then comes sesame, that is til. Since ages, ancient time, this til is being used. Til oil is used. And you know, in January, we all eat til ke laddu, til ki chikki, and it's very nutritious also. In North India, it's a rain-based kharif crop. In South India, it is sown as rabi and occasionally as jade crop. Almost all the states grow til. Among all oilseeds, til has been more content of oil. It's almost all the parts of the world. It is used as edible oil. All parts of the world. Major producers of til are Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh. And Gujarat is ranking first in India in terms of til production and in the area sown. Banaskantha grow maximum til. Maximum export of til in the world is done by India. Then comes mustard. This is a rabi and very important crop in north. Mustard seeds and oil, that is sarson ka tel, and these are the places where the mustard is being grown. Next comes coconut. Coconut is a plantation crop. It's not a grass crop or something like that. पौधे नहीं है ये plantation है, पौधे पेड़ है, of hot and humid, you all know that, and saline land. In India, the coconut plantation are found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andaman, Nicobar, etc. In Gujarat, coconut is grown in coastal areas. A special type of coconut tree which is shorter and giving more yield is developed. In South India, coconut is extracted from the coconut kernel, is used for edible oil. Besides, the water is useful as a healthy drink. You know much about coconut, your children. Now next comes castor oil, which we called in locally, it is called as divel. It's a kharif crop, 64%. India is the largest producer of castor in the world. China and Brazil come next chronologically. About 80% of the production comes from Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan and other producers. In Gujarat, the districts like Banaskantha, Patan, Sabarkantha, Rajkot, Junagadh, Amreli, they are producing little quantity. The oil from cotton seeds, sunflower, paddy and maize also are used increasingly as edible oil. Now we have talked about all the oil. We will go to now hot beverages. Hot beverages, in that comes tea, coffee and cocoa. Tea is a plant in the tropical as well as temperate zone. The tea leaf are very tender sprouts, are processed and its powder and small leaves are used as drinks. India produces maximum tea after China. Sri Lanka, China and India are leading in tea exporters. Slopy land where the water easily flows down, good iron content, 20 to 30% of temperature and 200 centimeter of rainfall, which comes as in the form of showers throughout the year, is a favorable condition for tree plantation. So which are those places? Assam, West Bengal, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Assam and West Bengal produces 75% of the total of the nation, total production in the nation. Coffee, this is reared in the slopes of mountains, in the shades of larger tree in such a way that no direct sunlight fall on the coffee leaves. So coffee is grown in the place where the trees, big trees are there, in that shade the coffee leaves are grown. The coffee crops needs 150 to 200 centimeter of rainfall. The temperature is 15 to 28 and slopy mountain land. It is grown abundance in Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, that is in south. This is your 3.2 answer. Coorg area of Karnataka is well known for coffee production. Coffee seeds are extracted out of nuts, then it is being grinded, and then it is used as straw. The next comes cocoa. It is prepared out of seeds of cocoa fruit. It's a beverage, and chocolate is prepared from cocoa. It requires hot and humid climate and excessive rainfall. African countries are its major producers, but it is also being produced in places of India like Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. That is all the South Indian states. So, children, again I will tell you to please read the lesson nicely twice. Mark the answers. Afterwards, you will be able to write in your notebook. Read it nicely and do the maps, which I will be giving you the details afterwards. So this is second part of your lesson is completed. Now we will go to the next part. We'll continue with our chapter. Thank you.